Hey y'all, we got another James Brown lesson here. So we're going to do Papa Don't Take No Mess. We're starting out with this G7-9 chord, 10, 9, 10, 10, 10. We're going, and then we're sliding it down. And we're doing an upstroke on this part of a G chord. This is 4, 3, and 3. So then we have a D7-9. Ba-dum, bump, down, up, up. So we got... So that's your main rhythm for that tune. So we got... Now that part basically does that the whole time. There's one other thing that'll happen. We'll go G, F, E flat, D, back to the riff. Okay, now the other part has a wah-wah on it. So it's going to go, it's going to wait till the 1, and then it comes in. So it's like 3, 4, 1. So it's 3, 3, 5, 5. That's like B flat to G. 5, 3, 5, 3, 3, 5. So 3, 4, 1. 5, 3, 5, 3, 3, 5, and then 0, 3, 0, 3, 5. And you know how the wah-wah works is you go down when you want it to be more high-pitched, and you pull back when you want it to be low-pitched. So when I'm doing that, I'm like popping it down to make it kind of shoot out that treble a bit. So wherever you want it to like pop the most is where you drop it all the way down. And when you want to bring it back and get more bass, so you pull it off of there. So you got some kind of back and forth going on. 3, 4, 1. And of course, if you don't want it going too crazy, you don't move it too much. You keep it kind of near the center, or wherever you like it sounding. But you don't always have to go too wildly crazy. 3, 4, 1. Let's get that little loop going. So let's talk about another riff that James Brown had in his show. This was kind of like the head riff of the whole show. This is where he would get to the end of a song and he would point to his head, and this would mean like the head riff, and he would give you a downbeat, and that's where this would start. So it starts on this G note. And some people said it was really like a da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-bomb. But that was kind of like the snare, the drummer's snare could hit that lead-in thing, but the rest of the band seemed to mostly hit on the ba-da-da-bump-bump, so like starting on a downbeat as opposed to like a just before a downbeat. Ba-da-da-da-bump-bump-bump-bump, you know. So for me, I felt like, I know I was supposed to try to get that extra note, but I feel like it was more of a snare thing. So to me, I always just played... And that seemed to land in with the rest of the band tighter than trying to add that extra note. So anyway, we got... So 10, 10, 10, 8, 10, 8, 10, 10. And then a G7 raised 9 chord. So you'd be looking at James Brown, he'd finish the song, and he might do that head thing. And he would drop where he wanted the beat to be to drop that new thing. He'd hold pulled that stuff out who knows how long. Sometimes he would point to the side, and that meant 4 chords going up, 9 chords. That would be one of our little added things that he could add to the end of that. And then he goes like that. We go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then another one he would add, he would say 5. This was the 5 riff. This would be. I don't know how that was a 5 riff, but it was like triplets kind of a thing. And it would be in B flat minor pentatonic. So it starts on the B flat. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then. So once again we got. That was one of James Brown's cool riffs in the show. That was called the 5 riff. So he had the one that went to the side, which 4 chords going up. And they had the 5 riff. And a lot of times that one would be in good foot. We go right back to good foot. So Get On the Good Foot has this D minor chord top. So that's 10, 10, and 10 on the bottom 3 strings. 1 E and a 2 E and a. So it's like the 1 E of the 1 and the and a of the 2. Because if you think about right where those last 2 end, the next beat would hit. Boom. Boom. So those are the last 2 16th notes of that second beat. So 1 E and a. 1 E and a boom. So for Get On the Good Foot, I would play that a whole lot. Now Keith's part was, and that's the G string, 2, 4, and 5. Ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. And then there would be a riff, there'd be like a bass riff. Sometimes the guitars could play with it too, but it'd be like a chromatic thing from this D. So that's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, and then go down a string. And then it would be like a D raised 9 chord. One of the guitars would hit that note. So it'd kind of be like, I think I would probably hit that chord and Keith would hit those other notes like. And then it had a little riff. So that's D 7 9 to the D raised 9 there. So. And then eventually back to these riffs. And I toyed with just playing those chords and not doing anything else. But Spike, our percussionist, told me, put those chicks in there, man. He's like, it gives a lot more life to it. So I ended up being like a... Instead of just... So I agreed with him, and it added a lot of life to it when you did it like that. So once again, these lower riffs. So let's kind of Get On the Good Foot, quick version. Here's another one. How about Please, Please? This one has the same G9 chord, but it's going to go to the C13 chord. So this is 8, and then mute the A string, and then 8, 9, and 10. That gives you like a C7 but with a 13 in it. So G to C and then G to D, 10th fret. And the G to E minor 7, A minor 7 to D 7/9. And then chromatic to the raised 9. So G9, C13, G9, D13, G to C, and then G to E minor 7, A minor 7, D7. And that's usually when he would start saying he was going to go into Sex Machine right about then. Now let's talk about one other little segue thing he did. This was Mother Popcorn. When he would say popcorn on stage, he would say popcorn, bam, he'd give you a downbeat. What I had to do, my job on that one was so that's like the D7, it's like the top of the D7, and it would just slide up and back from 5s to 7s. So you got that one finger gets real strong at being able to move around. And I'm muting those other ones. Even though I got that shape going on, I'm not playing those strings. I'm like muting those strings by just touching them and not making notes out of them, you know. And then inevitably. And what's the 4 one? The one that goes to the side? What's the 5 one? So those were some of the really fun tricks that he would throw in the middle of a show. You never knew when they were coming, and it made things stay very spontaneous and exciting. There's one thing I forgot to do in Doin It To Death in the other lesson, and that's where we had the extra chord. So it was like, and then my G, the C13. So one of my subscribers asked me, what are those riffs that you guys did? And one of them was Keith's riff, and one of them was my riff. So when we went, so Keith had a riff that was like, so that's kind of like a minor pentatonic for the F, or like something like that. So. And then we went to the, and when we did that G to C thing, I went, so I kind of played off that F major, kind of a little B.B. King kind of trick there, F major pentatonic for that, but see, it's using that G note a lot, so it's like that G chord kind of matches. Even though I'm playing an F major pentatonic, I'm using that G a lot within my phrasing. And then I go back to the F. So we had the. Oh, the Make It Funky was another one. So we went through that, but I didn't really talk about the bridge of that one. So it'd be like. That's another one of those sliding all 3 of those notes down here. So it's really just going to the 4 chord, going to the G7/9. But it had some cool little slides. Right now. And in the live show, we did this little, like Dizzy Gillespie little salt peanuts. So that was another little fancy thing that was in the show. That's just the D in its octave. Salt peanuts. And then we back into the riff. So here's the bridge. hit that D again. Make it funky. Jam. Jam is a fun one. It's like in a G minor pentatonic. Okay, so we got the G, ba-dum-bum, B flat here, C, D, F, G, up to the A, and then a D raised 9 chord. And then you got this little riff. The first thing I'm doing is these second and third strings hammer into the 4 just on the G string. So it's like 3 and 3 hammer into this 4th fret of the G string. And then I got the F to G there on the D string. So that's 3, 4, 5, 3, 3, 5. And then you can hit all 3 of those 5s. You could just hit the 2 that are on the same strings as that one you're doing. Sounds a little more Stevie Ray Vaughan if you hit them all though. Here's a little trivia for you. What James Brown song did Stevie Ray Vaughan play some lead guitar on? Let me know. That is basically jam. Okay, so that's how the big payback gets going. You see there's 2 different kind of ways of doing it with a wah or doing it without. That's kind of the bass line, kind of 8 on the D string, 8 on the A string to the 6 on the D string. And then this is the 2 bottom strings, the 6th fret, so you could kind of slide into it and do it more choppy if you're not doing the wah. But if you're doing the wah while you're like, that kind of thing. So once again with the wah, when you're trying to go wow, 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 when you're trying to get the more trebly sound, that's when you shoot it towards the ground and you kind of pull it away to create an effect of moving, shifting kind of sounds, right? So let's look at the next part of Payback. That's going to be. So that's 6 on the G string and 8 on the B string. So it's one of those things you just have that steady thing going. It's just some of them are hits and some of them are mutes. And see, I got these other fingers muting those other strings so I can chop them all and only hit the 2 that I really want. Now there's a wah-wah part that goes with that. It's kind of like this, like. So this is your B flat octave and the lower B flat. 6, 6, 6 hammer to the 8 back to the low root. Now this is that when you're taking a pentatonic and sliding it up in that new position, that little blues lick. So it kind of goes from that 10 and 9 to those 6s to the 8. There's a little thing where Keith would do a F raised 9 on that one. On the first set of hits, let me be back. And then some later hits, he'd be like, hit me, and be like. So that's like 8-6, 8-8, and then back to the riff. Also, at the beginning of the song, when you got all that stuff, there is a little bit right before it gets to that main riff where we went B flat, we did B flat, minor 7, D flat, E flat, major chords. So it'd be, and then the main riff would start. So you could put those together and be like this. Hits. All right, so I'll get a little loop going where we can hear both of those things together. Okay, so that's basically soul power. Let's check it out. So we got a D raised 9. Now this chord was added to the live show. So I think in the studio recording, it kind of waits on that downbeat and comes in with this other part. But we're going to play that in there. You could take it out or leave it in, whichever you like. So this is a D raised 9. It's going to be 5, 4, 5, and 6. So we hit that on the downbeat, and then we're going to have this chord. This is part of a D minor top. So that's 7, 6, and 5. What we're going to do is we're going to go. So we will have an upbeat on that second chord. That second chord puts that pinky in there on the 7th fret. So it's. Then we go to the 8. So we're going 7, 6, 5 to 7, 6, 7 to 7, 6, 8. So we got. So that one went from like the 8 twice to the 7 to the 5 back to the 7. So. So if you notice, and this goes back to that whole like 16th notes thing where you're basically, you always have that kind of down and up stroke going. It's just which ones are muted, which ones are you really sounding out. And so if you notice the second chord here, the one that has the 7, that's going to be an upstroke actually. And then most of them are downs, but there's going to be a couple ups in there. So up, up. So that one with the 5 down there was an up also. Up, up. And if you wanted to play it without that chord, it'd just be 2, 3, 4, 1. 1. And 1. And 1. Okay, and so these chords, this is a D minor, like I said. This is a D minor 6. This is a D minor 7. Okay, so that's our first part. Let's try to play that together. I'll count you in. Kind of slow tempo. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that happens a lot of times, and then we're going to go up here to this G7-9 chord. This is going to be 10, 9, and then you get that ring finger getting those 10s. So that was a big part of the James Brown sound. These two chords, especially this D raised 9, but even more so this 7-9 chord. So here we're going to have, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's going to be 10th fret of the G string. Then we're going to the D string. 12, 10, 12. So 3 times of that, then the 4th time is going to end a little different. So that was bump. Then we're going to bend this 12. Now we got this new thing. We're going to do a C7 here. This is the 8th fret. 8, 10, 8, 9, 8, 8. C7. We're going to go 1. And so we don't hit on the 1. We kind of hit a chick there on the 1 and we hit after that. So it's like, we got a little run. So that was 10 on the A string. And then 8, 10, 10 here. And then back to this 10. This time we go up to that 12, so that ends up being 10, 8, 10, 12. And then the end of it is, so that's 10 on the A, 10 on the E, 8 on the A, back to this D note here on the 10th fret of the E string. So. Now instead of hitting that last D, what I would do is I'd go back and hit that D raised 9 chord. So there's a lot of muting going on. There's my palm is muting the big strings, and I'm stroking. I'm trying to hit with the pick down here on these lower strings all the time too. And also this finger here is muting that D string, so that you're able to do all this chanking away and not hit any unwanted open strings. You know, so pay attention to the muting for sure. Now go to G. The C. Now at the end of the song, we're going to have this little tag at the end. So a lot of at the end of a lot of his songs, we would do a lot of this. Sometimes we get real quiet with it. Sometimes we get louder with it. But it was always to like stretch out that space while he was entertaining the audience, trying to figure out where he wanted to go next, or leading up to like to hit some final beat or something, depending on the song. So let's look at that last C7 going out again. So that's your D7-9 with that ring finger doing those fives on the bottom. And then end on a D raise 9. Which raise 9 also means dominant 7, sharp 9. So that has more of a, I call it like a, kind of like a Jimi Hendrix Purple Haze kind of a chord. More than like a I feel good. This one's kind of happier. This one kind of has more of an edge, darker edge to it. Okay, so anyway, Soul Power by James Brown. We're going to move on now to Doin It To Death. And that begins the main rhythm. So let's look at that opening riff again. So we got 5, 7 on the D string, down to 7 on the G, and then we're going to go. So that last part was 7 to 5 on the G, 7 on the D, back to the 5 on the G, and then 5, 3 on the D. So we put them together and we got, and then we're going to do a C9 to a D9 twice. Okay, so once again we got, and then we're going to have a walk-up chromatic from the 3. And when I say 3, I mean the bass note. That's the C bass note. So we do have a 2 here, but I'm really calling it a 3 because that's where we're kind of leading with that bass note. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that's where we begin this new riff. So let's go through that all one more time. Okay, and now this is going to begin our new thing off this F9. So that was just the same chord up 1, and then we come back, and then we do the raise 9 here. So. And that's your verse. Gonna have a funky good time. So it does that a whole bunch of times. Then in the live show, as it developed over the years, I guess he had added in these chords because we always did these whenever I was in the band. We would come up to the G9 here, and this part is not on the original record. So we'd have the G9 to a C13. And a C13 is kind of like a C7, but instead of having these 2 notes and that 8th fret 2nd string, you have a 10th fret 2nd string. And that's the 13th note of the scale. That's why it's called that. So it's really like a C7 with a 13 added to it. So we got the G9, which is a G7-9. C13. It's just kind of inferred. It's kind of just known that these things are basically 7s and 7-9s sometimes. But what you'll do to be able to communicate it quicker to people is just give that number, and they kind of know if you're doing a funk song, they know it's not a major, 7 or 9 or 13. They know what you're talking about. They know it's like this already dominant 7 type chord with a certain number added to it, So one more time from the F. Now I'll do the G to C, back to F. And then after you do that for a while, you do a couple verses of that, then he would start talking about going to D. Dog D, down D, funky D. And that's we're going to transfer the key, switch keys there, and just come down to this 5th fret D1. So that's how that one goes. A lot of times I would get a solo in the show. If I didn't mention in this video, I played with James Brown for 8 years. So this was these are 2 of my favorite songs that we got to play in the show. And a lot of times when we went to the key of D, that's when I would get a solo. And he would say, Damon, funky D, get down, whatever. And so what I would use is I would use the D Dorian mode. So if you want to look up here, the D minor pentatonic is a good place to start for it. That's your basic blues scale. Then you could add your flat fifth in there by going. And of course, it's good to know the positions all up and down the neck for that, so that you could move up and down at will and kind of go with where your improvisational instincts are taking you. But if we look at this Dorian mode, you got 10, 12, 13, 10, 12, 9, 10, 12 twice, 10, 12, 13 twice. So that was the scale that I would use a lot to try to get kind of jazzy and kind of try to take that sort of one chord thing and make it interesting by playing off different. So this would be like that other position. So if you got. And using this note was part of the flat fifth in that position, so. So stuff like that is what I would do for my solo. But anyway, we're going to get back into, we got the D thing. Now at some point there he would call for some hits, and it would be this riff here. This is going to be like the 8, 9 to 10. Then we go down to the 1. And when you do the 1, you got to have an open string in there, so you just kind of pull this finger out of the way. And then you can put it back in. So that was 1, 2, 3, B flat, B, and C9. So we got F, F sharp, G, and you can call this like a B flat, B, C, and then we're gonna go E flat, E, and F. So all together B. So then at the end of that, you can hit that F9 and try to really hold that ring finger down so you can really hear all those different frets kind of going out of there. So the little ending was something like kind of a 6, 7, 8 a few times. Can't remember if it was 2 or 3 times. Now this chord here is another way of doing the C9. This is an interesting one. My buddy Keith in the band, he taught me this one for the first time. This is a different way of doing that 9. As if your bass note was on the big string, then you end up with a 8, muted A string, and then 8, 7, 8. So the middle of it there looks like it's like kind of like looks like that 8, 7, 8, but it's a tricky one to get all those fingers in there. But this would be like a F to that C, and then there'd be a little riff that he would play at the end, and that's just 8 to 10 on the G string. So it's, and then we'd all hit together, and that would be the end of the song. Hey y'all, here's a lesson on James Brown funk rhythms. I was a guitar player in his band from 1999 to 2006. I played about 400 shows across the world with James Brown, so I'm going to show you guys the stuff that we did on stage and some of the most famous songs, and I'm going to go into more in depth into further lessons later on, but this is going to be kind of a quick, fun one. I'm going to do the songs Make It Funky and Hot Pants, maybe 1 or 2 more. Okay, so the first one we're going to talk about is Make It Funky. Now, Make It Funky is going to use this D7-9 chord. So that's like a D note here, 5th fret of the 5th string, first finger on that 4th fret of the D string, the 4th string, and then we have this 3rd finger that bars all 3 of those bottom strings on the 5th fret. So it ends up being 5, 4, 5, 5, 5. So that is kind of the James Brown funk chord, the D7-9. You can call it D9 for short. In the jazz and funk world, people normally know what you're talking about. If you're talking about a D major 9, you would have to say that. That would kind of make it another thing. But the 7 chord is very common in blues and funk and stuff, so it's just kind of known that that's what you're talking about if you say 9 chord. Now the Jimi Hendrix chord, what I refer to as the Jimi Hendrix chord, is like the raised 9. So if we were to look at the scale to explain the 9s, what those numbers mean, those numbers always just mean the note in the scale, like the interval of the scale is added to the chord. So if we looked at the D major scale, well, by that point we've played 8 notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now the next note of the scale would be that note. So if you notice, that note right there on that second string, that is part of this chord now. A normal 7 chord, dominant 7 chord, would be like 5, 4, 5, 3. But this one is 5, 4, 5, 5, and then another 5 on the bottom. So that's why it's called a 9, is because we added the 9th note of the scale to the chord. It's part of that chord now. So that is like the James Brown funk chord. So we're going to get funky with that one. And the rhythm on this one is real cool. It's going to be like... There's a few things going on there. So the first thing is these are, think of 16th notes over this whole measure. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a... All of these strums fit into one measure of 4 sets of 16th notes for each beat. So that was 16 different things happening. So for each beat, there's 4 things happening. 1E and a 1E and a 2E, and it's kind of like that kind of counting. It's kind of hard to do it and say it at the same time. But what we got is, so our first beat is 1E and what I'm doing there is I'm doing a staccato chord. So I'm making that chord stop as soon as I hit it with my left hand, just by releasing the pressure off of those. I'm not coming off the string, but I'm just taking the pressure off of holding those notes, and that makes the chord stop. And if you keep your fingers on the string, then you don't have any noise or anything, and you can make those chords stop at will, however you want, whenever you want. So first thing, the first beat we're doing is 1E and and what I'm doing is I'm holding my fingers. All my fingers are touching strings, so there's not going to be any note noise when I'm doing those second and third things. So it's like 1E and So that was a down stroke and then a up and down with chicks without the chord. So the first downstroke had the chord. The next two, the up and the down, have muted notes. And then the last up of that beat was another chord. So it's like 1E and So let's look at how the second beat works out. So it ends up being a thing where you're like chord, chick, chick, chord, chick, chick, chord, chick, chick, chord, chick, chick, chord, 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 chick. Okay, so that's the whole pattern. So if you think about it that way, it's weird because you're going back and forth, and sometimes the one that you hit is not the same, it's not a down or an up like it was before. It shifts around, but that's what makes it kind of extra cool, extra funky. So we got... So let's talk that through one more time. We're going to have chord, chick, chick, chord, chick, chick, chord, chick, chick, chord, chick, chick, chord, 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 chick. Okay, and that's going to be actually the same rhythm for the song Hot Pants. Now Hot Pants, I think they did that one in E flat, and a lot of James Brown songs they actually recorded in D, and they raised the pitch to make it sound like it's in this higher key. They really played it over here, but it sounds like this. So all this, the vocal notes and the solos and everything have all been jacked up to another pitch by in the machine, So that's kind of why James Brown sort of sounds like Alvin and the Chipmunks a little bit sometimes. But they just decided that it made the song sound more lively and more exciting or something, So let's look at Hot Pants. Let's do the exact same rhythm, but we're going to be in E flat this time. So we got 6, 5, 6, 6, 6. Okay, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to get a loop going and I'm going to show you this other riff. Now that could be like the later live version where it adds a little bit to it. Things kind of develop over the years and get, little fancy things get added to it. The original might have been more like. Without that extra thing. So the other one was. So what we're doing there is we're doing 11 to 13 hammer-on the D string. And then we're doing the second and third strings. We're going to bar those two on the 11th fret. And then we're going. Same thing, but back to that 13th fret of the D string. So. And that one was that hammer-on. Then the 13s down here on the second and third string. To the 11s on the second and third string. So. So let's get that loop going and I'll be right back. We'll check it out. Okay, so there's the loop of that rhythm part down here in the 6th fret. This would be a E flat 7 9. Now I'm gonna bring in that other riff here. That's like the original version. Now here would be the more souped up later version. So now there's something else fun. There's a riff here that we can add. The recording of this was in E flat because they raised that pitch thing, and then they go to a riff off of C, that C note, 3rd fret, A string. That kind of thing. So what's interesting is when we were playing this live, we played it in D like they originally cut the record before they changed up the pitch thing, and we would do the riff in D as well. So it's interesting that the studio recording is like E flat for its basic key, but then when it goes to the riff, it goes down 3 frets or a step and a half to get to the C riff. Which gives it some, it makes it a little bit more interesting. Now we would do it like on the 5th fret, and when we do the riff, we go same key. Etc. So let's take a look at that riff there. We got 3 to 2. We're gonna go back to that E flat one. So we're gonna have 3 2 3 4. So that 3 was on the 5th string, 2 was on the 4th string. So part of a like C triad. So watch that. So that's a tricky one. Bum 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 bum. 5 3 5, and that 3 is on the lower. 5 3 5 3 6 3. So. So it's down, up, down, up, down. So it's one of those those things where you're trying to keep your down and up picking very meticulous to keep the feel of everything right. So, and the downs and ups are dictated by where those notes are within those 16th notes. You know, it's all about keeping a steady, like when you're strumming, you're picking stuff, you have like inside yourself, you're feeling this down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, like all the time. And you're just playing wherever the notes might be, that's where the stroke is. It's like if the note is on a down beat, if it's on the one, think about like a 1 E and if it's on the one or the then it's a down. But if it's on an E or an and, those are ups. So. And then there's a little ending with the G chord here. Ba-dum, 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 bum, 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 bum. And if we were over here, keeping it all in D. If we're going to go back into the song like we did it live, when we were doing it live, we would go. That's how you could get back into it. But when we finished the song live, we would go. And that would be the live ending. So like I say, it's interesting how things develop. You know, it started in D, but then it got pitch changed up to E flat. And then when they went to that riff, they went down to C. But when we were doing it live, it would be in D, it would stay in D, and it had an extra kind of tag chord thing at the end. Okay, so we're going to talk about one more song real quick, and then I'm going to have more James Brown coming up in the future very soon, but let's talk about Sex Machine. That's another fun one. So, same chord. That's why I call it the James Brown chord, is because a lot of his songs were based on that sound. That's like the funky chord, you know, the kind of happy, funky chord. This one, that Hendrix kind of Purple Haze sort of chord, that one has more grit to it. It's like more of a minor thing. I would say it's more kind of edgy, you know, especially put some fuzz and distortion on that thing. It gets crazy, you know, like a P-funk type thing. So anyway, we're going to talk about Sex Machine right now. So we have this D7-9 chord, D9 chord, and we're going to go. So that right there, when you put that thing in there, that's the pinky on the 7th fret of the first string. That makes it a 13 chord. Now it's a D7, 9, 13, but for short, you just call it a 13. My first night with James Brown, he came up to me and he said this, "Play that, son, play that." And I didn't know what he was talking about. What is that, an A, a E? I mean, had no idea. All he meant was, that's a 1 and a 3. He meant, put the 13 chord thing on that. So all that meant was just put that pinky down. You got that different sounding funk chord now. Just has a little different ring to it. And it can be used in a lot of funk settings, and he used it. I'm going to show you how he used it in Sex Machine right here. So we got. So that is the first part of Sex Machine. And sometimes we would play that, it seemed like 9-10 minutes of just that, you know. And if you notice, you got this chicky chick thing going on. It's like, it's steady, and that's how you keep everything in place. Doesn't matter where the chord is, you just get used to having that steady feel, and you just pop those chords. You make these fingers go in when you want it, and you know, stopping the pressure when you don't want it. So you can keep that chickity chicky thing going. So here we go. You guys want to try that with me? Let's check it out. 2, 3, and. Now here goes the bridge. We're going to go up to the 4 chord, which is 5 frets above where we were. So that's the 10th fret. 10, 9, 10, 10, 10. So that's the G7, 9, or the G9. What we're going to do here is we're going to start with the 13 chord. We're going to go. We're going to pull it out for those last two. So, da-na, da-na, and then we're going to go. And so that was just the same chords on the 8th, 9th, and 10th fret. Now, to keep it all in time with the stroking up and down, those are upstrokes. But what James Brown liked is he told us you got to play down. So he would like the attack to come from above sometimes on those things. So to be like... So sometimes things are moving too fast. We couldn't always do that, but he could kind of hear the difference, and he would want you to play down. He would say, son, you're playing up. I want you to play down. So that would always be kind of a challenging thing. So where they really go is their upstrokes. But if he wanted you to do it that other way, you'd have to go. You know what I'm saying? So that'd be the playing down thing. And I think that came from stuff like... like a try me type of a doo-wop thing. I think if you were to do that like this, with a down-up thing, I think it has a different ring to it. It might sound great to everybody, but, you know, like he kind of felt like, I believe he felt like that when you attack from the lower notes of the chord, it has a different ring to it, and it does than if you hit from the bottom first. So he would like to be like... And I think he felt like you could control the attack and the sound of the chords better and make them sound more kind of uniform, probably, as opposed to when I go down, up, I have two slightly different sounding chords, even though it's the same chord. It's because of the attack where the pick came from. So that's kind of why he would have us try to do some of that kind of down picking stuff. That would have been the ups. Like when I play it now in my band, I do the ups. It makes it easier. He's not there to say, play down, you know. But this would be the other way. So it's up to you which way you want to try it. But anyway, that's been a little bit of James Brown. And once again, I'm Damon Wood, and I played with James Brown for 8 years. Played Royal Albert Hall, played Bonnaroo, played Glastonbury Fest, played the Hollywood Bowl, played with Michael Jackson, played with Elton John. We had Slash on stage with us one night. So anyway, it was a great time, and thank you again, James Brown. He was the baddest cat I ever saw. Hey folks, something a little different today. I'm going to read to you from my book, Working for the Man, Playing in the Band, My Years with James Brown, also written with Phil Carson. We're going to read a little chapter here. It has some great quotes from the band members. Magic hand signals. The dynamics of a James Brown show would have been impossible without cues. From experience, we knew the emotional and musical arc of the show and that a number of songs could fit each segment. But which ones? Also, a James Brown show rarely let up, so he had developed segues and embellishments for any occasion, which could buy him a moment to decide where to go next. Every performance was fluid and in the moment. He could create a medley of his songs on the spot in real time and call the arrangement on the fly because he had trained the band to watch him so closely. He could go into any song at any time or segue from one song to another after just one verse. He felt he had to keep the show moving at maximum excitement, and should a lull in energy seem imminent, he could punch up the show with the wave of his hand. His presentation aimed to hold the audience's complete attention, whether that meant breaking out a dance step, bringing on the dancers, pointing someone in for a solo, or turning to the bittersweet for a song. He used everybody on stage and every one of their talents to keep the show moving. Yet James Brown could also use a soulful ballad to touch the audience's deeper emotions and use that connection to keep them utterly engaged. The simplicity of a ballad captivated the listener, and he knew how to exploit that moment by releasing all the energy he'd built up with his high-energy funk. Ballads had emotional peaks too, like in Please, 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 when he and Danny Ray would do the cape routine. It's all about the show. We even had Wimbush, the magician, at one point. We'd break into Grover Washington's Mr. Magic, and Wimbush would take the stage with a couple of tricks. I kid you not. For cues to work, of course, we had to see them and understand them. That meant everyone on stage focused on him at all times. I'd have to keep track of what the drummer and bass player were doing with one eye and keep the other trained on Mr. Brown. That could be nerve-wracking. Here's a quote from Robert Mousy Thompson, fantastic drummer of James Brown. The whole key to James Brown was watching him, because a lot of times he didn't know where he wanted to go. But when he went there, he knew you were with him. He'd be like, my man, you've got his back. He wanted his whole band like that. If you took your eyes off him and he caught you, you were in trouble. Sometimes I think he would purposefully do things to push you off your game. We called him Games Brown. Working with Wilson Pickett, I joined his band in 1983 and played off and on with him until I joined James Brown in 1993. It was soulful and you just play with him. But Brown was a conductor, an innovator. You played for him. You had to watch him. One minute he's doing his thing, the next minute he might be doing something else. Here's a quote from Eric Hargrove, another fantastic drummer from James Brown. To play with James Brown in that band, you locked in with him. Once you started playing, sure, you were listening to the rest of the band and you were laying down what you thought should be played or what he dictated that you play. And then you waited for his approval. You were waiting for a signal that what you were playing was correct. Your focus was on him for at least the first 30 seconds. And then you could really listen to what was around you and make sure everyone was locking into you. If the music wasn't happening, was it okay to maybe shift your timing? If you did, you took a risk. He hasn't said anything yet that the groove is wrong, that the timing is wrong, so you'd risk changing it to what you think it should be, and he might point you out and have the other drummer play. He'd make changes like that minute to minute. If he didn't hear what he wanted to hear, maybe you weren't playing what he wanted, maybe it wasn't coming through the monitors right, maybe he wanted the sound to come from his other ear because one drum set was on his left, the other was on his right. I was always on his right. A number of factors played into why he might switch us. He'd do that with the guitar players too. He'd tell one to lay out. Same thing with the bass players. Trying to guess the reasons could be very frustrating. So in certain gigs where he was really tense, you just played until you saw that he was comfortable with what you were playing, and then you could really listen to what was happening on stage. Other gigs where he was looser about it, you could listen to whichever bass player was playing or whichever guitar rhythm was happening, and usually everyone was already locked in. But you could play off of it too if he was in a playful mood. And he would like that and acknowledge that what you were doing was good. So that was the end of the Eric Hargrove quote. Here we continue with the book. No matter how much knowledge, experience, and ESP you thought you had, Mr. Brown could surprise you. He could come up in the middle of a show and give you a very specific direction using signals you'd never seen, and you'd have to, quote, cipher it. During one of the last shows I played, he came to me and gave me a brand new rhythm part for Sex Machine, a part I'd never played before. He walked over to me on stage, got really close, and said, don't play that, try something like this. And he sang a new rhythm part into my ear. I had to use everything I'd learned to translate his vocalized phrases into notes and intervals in the right scale to make it happen instantly. You'd think furiously fast. Does his rhythm start on the one or the upbeat after the one? You'd have to guess, and you might be wrong. He'd shake his head no and sing it to you again. You'd offer a different set of notes. This is live, on stage in front of however many thousand people. But the more you did that with him, the more you had an idea of where he wanted to go, and he loved it when you got it instantly. He led that band like a conductor leads an orchestra, but with no charts, just hand signals. At other times, of course, there was a little ambiguity. He'd just point you in for a solo. At that moment, he was essentially entrusting his show to you, handing you the energy and expecting you to take it higher. So there'd be pressure when he turned to you. As a guitar player, I'd be playing rhythm on all these tight grooves, punctuating them with little riffs. Suddenly, Mr. Brown would whirl around and point me in. The message, improvise, now, over one chord for 2 minutes and make it interesting. That's not always easy. In line with his taste for theatrics, James Brown generally liked to have his soloists peak on a climactic high note. He'd point to the ceiling, heh heh heh, take it up, man, and I'd start to build to a climax, one eye on greatness, the other on Mr. Brown. At that moment, he's anticipating his next move. He's poised to take the song back from you and lead the energy back into the show. He'd give you a verse for your solo, then the nod to wrap it up, even if you might not be in that place in a phrase where you're able and ready to reach the peak. So he might extend his cue to you by jumping up and down a bit, telling you to get there quicker. He knows you're not quite ready, but you'd better be heading to your climax soon, his body language saying, 'cause it's time for me to move on. He never cut you off, though. It was never, I want it back right now. He was always musical and savvy about how to time it, but he'd give you the idea, okay, get after it now. Yet you knew you had time to do it gracefully. Here's a quote from Willie Ray Bo Brundage, one of the great bass players of James Brown. Everything was based on signals. When he called up a song, you had to know the signal. You had to listen and be alert. A new song could begin on the next beat. Whatever song it was, you might play on the intro, and then whoever's song it was would take it from there. Sometimes, for whatever reason, if you were out of tune, Mr. Brown would cut you off and have the other guy play your song. It all depended on what Mr. Brown was feeling. I used to get tested a lot. It's almost like football, where the quarterback throws you a pass to see if you can catch it. Now, if you catch it, he might take it right back, or he might throw it to you again. So he'd point me in and out, and Fred Thomas, the other bass player, in and out, all within the same song. You had to be watching him. He could point you in for 4 measures, cut you out, put Fred in, cut him off, and put you back in all before the bridge. Just to check the balance of the sound, the balance of the groove. He watched all that stuff. For me, it was the ultimate training. We called it James Brown University. You had to learn the show from his point of view. It's not correct until he approves it. Here's another one from Eric Hargrove. One signal was a segue signal to move from one song to another. He would touch the top of his head. He wouldn't actually touch his head. His hand would just go up towards his face. But because he moved his arms a particular way, you knew by watching his body language that he was about to do it, or something was about to happen. Constant variables were always happening. There were times when he'd turn really quickly and give that signal, and you'd have to catch it. There were times when he was more slow and deliberate about it, and you knew it was coming, no doubt about it. You learned these signals by watching show after show. You didn't get a class on this, a brief or anything on which signal meant and what you did when you got the signal. You saw it happen, then you knew, oh, that's what that is. My whole first year I was still learning the signals and new ones came up all the time. I'd be like, whoa, what is that? When you saw him start to turn towards you, your heart started pounding. You're wondering, is this good? Is this bad? Is he going to point me out? What's going on? Then he'd turn and it'd either be a smile or a frown. You really hoped that it was a smile. Sometimes it was just him. Sometimes he just didn't feel it, no matter how great the band was playing. He might start switching instruments. He might cut one song and go to a different song after only 10 seconds. If a song didn't take off, he'd give that segue signal to move on. And here's one by Holly Ferris, the great trumpeter. He was definitely a showman. That's what he was about. He couldn't stand up there and dance all night, so he'd come up with other stuff, change up his songs. We hated that because he didn't realize that people wanted to hear his songs the way he originally did them. So we'd kind of resist that, but he'd still put changes into his music, sometimes for the better, sometimes not. Most of that took place on stage. We kind of knew what he wanted, but he'd signal and we'd just follow along. You had to always pay attention because you never knew what was going to happen. He had to feel it. Sometimes he'd get flat out bored doing the same songs for 40 years. He'd get bored with it and he'd try to change it up a bit. Most of the time he was making changes to get that feeling.